some fun stuff about getting more quality bridal leads, reducing your workload, and getting back into the whole reason why you probably started your business. So if you're here with me live, drop me a hello. Let me know that I am not on here live all by myself. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Elizabeth Morosco. I'm a serial entrepreneur. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. But I started off my whole journey as an entrepreneur in the wedding industry. And over the course of time, couple decades, evolved into many other fields. And we're going to dig into some opportunities maybe you didn't even think of for your business in the future. And it's an exciting time right now with the wedding industry. We just came out of a season with groundbreaking amount of weddings, and a lot of it had to do with the shutdown that happened and then everybody rushing to get married as soon as things opened up. But now we're getting back into what some people may think is slow, but it's the traditional amount of weddings that happen every year. So if you maybe in the past had brides coming to you like wildfire and maybe things are slowing down, I'm going to give you some incredible simple hacks that you can start applying to your business right away so that you can tune back into the flow of all things wedding without the stress. So if that sounds good to you, let me know. Yeah, you want to have some bridal leads, but I want to say hello to a couple of people. And in fact, one of my very first people that I worked with when I started producing wedding shows and bridal shows is here, Perry Turner. And we have the wonderful Sheena Melissa Stockman, who is always getting people healthy. In fact, she's a great contact that a lot of brides should be getting in touch with if you're looking for more energy during your planning season and all that good stuff. But today, we're going to talk about your business. And a lot of things that happen with our business start with what's our game plan? What are we going to do to connect? And today, I am going to share some secrets with you that have been a game changer for my business. But by the end of this training, I want to let you know this isn't just like a random training that you're hopping in on. At the end of this training, you're going to walk away with really high value skills that you can use in your business to grow it, get that brand recognition happening, and to prepare because the wedding market, it's changing, you guys. But as wedding pros, you are so used to that. You're in that one little niche where you're used to the styles changing, the colors changing, the little traditions. And those changes include the way that we market and promote to connect with these wonderful bridal leads. If you have a flood of weddings, sometimes slowing down for a minute can give you an opportunity to create a solid plan so that you can win big and really bring your business to this next level. Regardless of everything that's changing, the rules are pretty much the same, where it's about you attracting attention and creating a connection with those brides so that you can convert them. And this is something I'm good at, is helping connect clients and create great quality events. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Elizabeth Morosco. I'm a serial entrepreneur. And I did start my whole journey in the wedding industry. And over that time, I've designed and produced over 1,000 weddings, most of them higher end luxury weddings or platinum weddings. And I eventually ended up producing my own bridal show. As you can see, this is one of the shows that we did at Warwick Country Club. This was Big Fat Genesee Wedding. And I even owned at one point a bridal boutique where we sold bridal gowns and bridesmaids gowns. I own still an event florist. Now we just specialize in corporate events, nonprofit events. And I even did a lot with live entertainment. If you're watching during the countdown timer, I was showing pictures of aerial performers, some acrobatics, fire eaters, over the top entertainment. Those were all from events that we produced. And over time, I ended up learning new skills that allowed me to grow my business in different directions and not just stay in the wedding industry. In fact, eventually, I ended up getting into publishing a magazine, which you may have heard me talk about if you've been following me for a little while, which is Kudos Magazine. We've published that for many years, but where it originated, it started from a bridal show I was producing. And this isn't the first one I did, but this was a bridal book that I had put out there. And then we had some helpful information for our brides, along with highlighting some sponsors. And this actually launched a whole nother career for me. And with your industry you're in, it's lucrative to be able to go into different arenas with events and explore. And eventually I ended up getting into doing consulting, and I landed multiple clients that paid me multiple six figures to strictly consult with them on how to do events. So I'm saying this to you because if you're in this space of how do I grow my business, I'm letting you know the wedding industry is incredibly fruitful, and there's so many other opportunities that can stem off of that. In fact, recently I started doing live stream broadcasting and helping brides, couples showcase their great day and doing it live where they're not just stuck doing a boring Zoom or patching together little pieces on a cell phone. So the wedding industry is changing, and this is going to mean you're going to need to find new ways to improve the way that you're communicating and staying in touch. And ultimately, this becomes a lifeline for you to be able to grow your business and look for opportunities and to create them. But I think one of the keys to success, and this isn't just for weddings, this is any business, is you've got to be willing to adapt. You've got to be willing to try new strategies, to create new paths, to try to find opportunities and flourish with it. And ultimately, it's possible if you're really paying attention instead of just letting your business happen to you, where you start to say, wait a minute, I see an opportunity here, and here's a skill set that I have. Let me fill in that gap. And there's a lot available when it comes to weddings and planning your big day. If you want to win in this industry, one of the key things is to choose to be a leader, to do something unique, to stand out in some sort of extraordinary way. And I'm going to show you, this is a picture from many moons ago. This is from a bridal show that I produced, my Big Fat Genesee Wedding. And in this particular case, we had two brides that were selected through a contest who dove into a wedding cake that was 6 feet tall. And they had to find the diamonds. Whoever found three diamonds in that cake won a wedding that was valued at over $40,000. We did this particular run for several years. It was a huge success. I ended up having my agency on the front cover of local magazines, local newspapers. I was on the front cover of the Flint Journal multiple times. Here's one of my competitors. I was even put on the front cover of one of their magazines. And it was because I noticed a gap that was happening in the wedding industry that nobody was really willing to fill. They're trying to figure out how to get more brides to come to a particular wedding show, and it was flat. And I actually said to that owner, let me help you. because the way you guys are marketing this isn't working. And they went from 35 brides to over 300 brides plus their guests. And those brides don't come to those bridal shows alone. They come with their bridesmaids who are future brides, their moms, their fiance, and it's a hoot. So we hit over 1,000 people with a line wrapped around the building, and it was a huge success. I learned a lot of lessons, and one day we'll get into some of that and things you can do as a business owner to protect yourself from people that you collaborate with, because there's some people that will try to steal your ideas when you step into that position of being the leader of the pack. But a long time ago, I had was a general manager at Warwick, and he said, "How does it feel that everybody keeps copying you?" And I didn't know how to take it at first. Like, wait, is that a compliment or what? Like, what is he saying? And he said, "You need to know when they start copying you, it's because you're the leader. They're following what you're doing, they're trying to claim it as their own. And I'm going to show you today how you can take that same enthusiasm with your marketing in 2023, 2024, and build something that is phenomenal, that can become a legacy and create opportunities that you might not even have thought of." Does that sound good to you? Do you want to dig in and learn a couple little things that can help you bring yourself to life? This is the whole thing, is if you want quality leads, you've got to be willing to do some work. Later on, I'm going to show you an opportunity. So if you really are serious and you want to position your business as a leader in the industry and to really truly increase quality bridal leads, I'm going to show you how to reduce your workload, increase your traffic, and increase your profits, because you guys are not a nonprofit, right? Are you a nonprofit? If you're a nonprofit, let me know. There's a different strategy that we have to take. At the end of this training, I'm going to share with you a way that you can work with me so you can get your business booked a year out, even 2 years out, when it comes to quality bridal leads. So if that sounds good to you, stick around till the end because it's going to be good. Before we start, we got to get something straight right away. And this is so important if you want to make more money. This one thing. And it has to deal with the way that we perceive money. Sometimes judgment when it comes to money can be binding. And that could be the way that we view money, like how much money we're making. Oh, I feel guilty. A lot of people do, or even other people judging you. Like, how dare you? Sometimes they don't say it that way, but it may be in the form of professional jealousy, sarcasm. And you got to get a grip on that, because otherwise, everything that I'm going to say to you in a little while, it's not going to be helpful, because you're going to flush it all away. And I want you to be able to embrace this so that you can finally experience why you started this business. And part of it stems with doing your reality check. And I want to share just a really brief story with you. Typically, if you're running a business, you're thinking about two key things: time and money. And somebody had said, that's all you talk about is time and money. And my thought was, duh, of course, that's what I talk about, is time and money. And the reason why is because that's what business is about. If you aren't delivering things on time, or you are not building in enough profit margin so that you can pay your staff, you can pay for insurance on your vehicle or your rent or your social media strategy, if you're not building in those numbers in a way that's fruitful for you, you have a hobby that could be a very expensive hobby. And that's not what you want. If you went into business, it's usually because you have something great that you want to bring to the market. You want to help other people. And as a result, you should be compensated back, right? So this is a mindset that is detrimental, because you will have multiple things that are coming at you. I need a bigger discount. How dare you make that much money? How dare you? You've got to decide. Are you in this to be able to win? And then you can help other people, lift other designers, other photographers, DJs, people that you bring in. But if you shortchange yourself, you actually put yourself in a pigeonhole where you can't even properly support your own clients. This is so simple, but so often overlooked until the enemy's right in your face and you're trying to figure out, wait, how do I deal? Whoa, how do I deal with that? And one of the cool things about when I work with my clients is I get it from the entrepreneurial standpoint because I've been an entrepreneur for 17 years and I've worked in the event and marketing space for, boy, 3 decades. Oh, I know it went by fast, but I get it. And there's a unique set of circumstances when you're an entrepreneur versus working for somebody. Because if you don't meet those deadlines, those goals, those monetary dollars that you have to bring in, you don't get paid. You're the last one that gets paid. So if you want to get to that place of being able to bring prosperity so you can make money, do me a favor, write that traditional I do in the comments. Let me know. Yeah, I do. Funny. So Valerie swung by, and you guys don't know Valerie. Valerie is a phenomenal singer extraordinaire. She's amazing. I came here because I was a little lonely over there on YouTube. Yeah, you know what, Valerie? I need to get with the eCam community and get on YouTube more often. I've been in the Facebook trenches a little too long, but that might be one of my little four. We're working on it. We're doing baby steps. So anyhow, but moving back over to here, I keep going back over to that one slide. The whole point is, you do need to make money if you want to be in business. And ultimately, money and time are the two measurables that are going to help you determine does my business have a life pulse or is it flatlining? If you get that under control, you can actually create something wonderful. And money isn't bad. It's a tool that's going to allow you to do things that you want, to be able to contribute this world in an extraordinary way, to be able to support your family. Maybe your daughter wants to take ballerina lessons or your son wants to do football, or you really would love to take a family vacation. And more important than all of that stuff, money is one of those tools that's going to allow you to determine what kind of life are you living. Money is not the definition of happiness, but it's a tool that can help you get to places you want to go. And if you manage your business right, it should be fruitful. But if you're not checking time and you're not checking money and you're just saying, oh, you shouldn't look at that, you're putting yourself to the mercy of the state. Lord knows I don't want that. I don't want it for you either. So the whole point of starting your business, it's about being able to have a good life, being able to support your family, right? I don't think you're just doing it for fun, unless maybe you happen to be in a special circumstance. But even in your special circumstance of not needing to make money, you should be able to take something and make something fruitful. So let's get this mindset straight so that you can actually start to experience financial freedom. So you can spend time with your family so that when you go to work, you love it. I started my business. Number one, I needed to take care of my family. My husband got sick really fast, and I had to move into this. How do I still take care of my kids, start a business? And things rolled from there. But I did it to provide for my family. And I'm assuming that's probably why you want to be able to have a successful business. It's not just for an ego. If I got X amount of dollars in the bank, it's about family. It's about connection. It's about being able to build something wonderful and have freedom to do what you want. So who likes the idea of financial freedom? I'd like being able to have freedom to make choices in my life, to be able to make changes. But along this journey, and it has been a long journey, there was sometimes it was really easy, and things were just flowing. Then there was other times there were struggles. Who felt that impact when everything closed down? I felt it. Did you feel it when it happened? Grace of God. I had an event the week before everything got locked down. And if not, I don't know what would have happened. But it's something that has been an opportunity for me to learn and grow. I want to share 3 super powerful tips that can help you be successful. And you can actually apply it to your business to be able to scale in this wedding industry that you're in. Or let's say later on you want to migrate and get into a different business. Like in my case, I went from weddings to corporate events, and then I ended up with a specialty in supporting nonprofit events. And I'm very proud of this because over that course of time, you guys, I have literally, if I go back and I compound over the 17 years that I've been doing events and supporting nonprofits, my agency has contributed to helping these nonprofits raise millions of dollars that have supported local children's hospital, the Flint water crisis, homelessness, food scarcity. And that's a beautiful thing about when you own your own business is you can find nonprofits that you can support. And that passion that you have of wanting to help other people, it becomes real to be able to do something like an in-kind donation, or many of them will hire you and then you help them take their nonprofit to entirely different levels they never thought of. That was one of my biggest pleasures that I've had as an entrepreneur. And even being able to get into, I was a key part of Pink Night Palooza, which brought back funds back to Michigan that were leaving our state. And we found ways to help local women battling breast cancer. This wouldn't have been possible without my background stemming from events and weddings. So I want you to think of this so that as new things come, new networks, new opportunities, you might be able to expand into something you never thought of. Interestingly enough, a lot of times when you get into the event industry, you're the person behind the scenes. But even with that, there's an excitement when you find your craft and your skill able to provide let's see, where do we go? Oops. Hope it was an offline there. But to be able to provide a lucrative skill set that somebody else needs, and then you can provide an income so that you can provide for your family, right? Moving into this, I want to share these 3 things with you because they are pretty cool. Is number 1, before we get into this, is I want you to remember this. It's super important for you to know what you accept in your life will always reflect the results of your success. Now, what the heck does that mean? It means that when you are in one of these situations and something happens, do you throw in the towel or do you say, you know what? I'm not tolerating that. I'm ready to take my life to this next level and I'm willing to do what I need to so that I can get there. Otherwise, if your threshold of what you're going to tolerate is low, you're always going to get low results. You wanted 20 bridal leads, you got 2. Did you push harder when you're trying to get to that number 3, or did you say, I'm done? You will always get what you tolerate in your life. Do you understand that? This goes for your personal life. This goes for your business life. And it all comes back to these little things where we said, let it go. Let it go. And then your quality goes down, your drive goes down. When you lose those things, it takes away momentum and the likelihood of you reaching your goal. It's really simple, but it's these small little things where we concede and say, I'm complacent. It's good enough. Is it good enough? One of the things that my business was able to stand out with is I never settled for it's good enough. Did it drive me nuts? Yeah. It did. But it also led to opportunities of doing luxury events that I never would have dreamed of. I did Chevy's 100th anniversary. I've designed weddings that have cost over $100,000 just for the decor, not the food, just the decor. And not all of those weddings are like that, but lucrative. But how did I get there? It was because I didn't settle for it's good enough. That wasn't in my language. And if you can get to this position where you say, you know what? I want more. I want better. I want to expect more out of my business. You can get there. But when you're on that journey, there's going to be times you get tired. And having that line that you're not going to cross or that thing that you're trying to push towards, it has to be strong enough to make you say, no matter how bad this is, I'm going after my goal and I'm not stopping. It's about perseverance. It's about follow through. It's about valuing yourself enough to say, I am worth more than giving up now. Does that make sense to you? Do you see how that little teeny tiny shift in your mindset can literally impact how far you choose to push your business? You get one hiccup that happens, you have a tech glitch, and you're like, forget it. I'm not going to do it. I'll do it next week. I'll do it next year. Malarkey. No, we're not doing it. Clown voice. I don't want you to be a clown with your business. This is serious. You've invested a lot of time, your heart, your energy, money, resources to create this dream. But the only way you're going to be able to get to this place where you say, hey, I'm ready to go to this next level is if you choose to say, I'm standing behind it. I'm standing behind my goal and I'm not giving up. And this is where you become unique from daydreaming to saying, this is a full-time gig. This is my income. This is my freedom. This is my chance to finally make my business what it should be. You got to move out of the daydream. You got to get the work done. And you got to be willing to commit to, this is my mindset. Now I got some really good news for you. You want to hear it? The good news is right now, I can tell you, your competition's weak. Over the past month, I have been going through, looking at websites on all these different wedding industries, photographers, videographers, venues, limos, travel agencies, invitations, attire. I've been checking you guys out. I really have. And what I've noticed is 99.99999% are using website strategies that are super outdated. Stuff that was done in 2015, even some stuff that was done in 2020 is not necessarily the strategy that's going to help you connect with brides. And what we're going to talk about today, some of the tools, resources, and opportunities that are available are going to help you literally, I kid you not, smoke your competition right out of the water. So imagine what it'll feel like when you pull up at your next bridal show that you're trying to connect with brides or you're networking and you've got this blueprint with a proven strategy on how to connect with brides, stay in communication, and convert them. Your brides are going to convert to clients like wildfire. But this is something that you can only allow to happen if you're open to growth. If you say, hey, I'm willing to make some adjustments to my marketing because I understand the way that the couples I connect with, their habits and how they act in 2023 is different than the brides of 2015. And if you follow these steps that we're going to talk about, growth isn't just possible, it's inevitable. They're not going to be able to forget about you. And most of your competition is going to be doing stuff that was outdated 10 years ago. So what you're going to find out are simple things. They're not even complicated. They can help you level up to the next level. So who wants to know? Who wants to know 3 steps to be able to get super high quality bridal leads? Who's interested? Anybody interested? Want to get it done? Hey, Leslie, how you doing? Good to see you. And then Valerie wrote, I love the idea of financial freedom. Absolutely. You and me both, girl. Doesn't it? When you have those burdens off your mind of, whoa, how do I keep afloat? So let's dig into these 3 simple things. And it is really simple. Number 1 is you've got to start getting ultra specific on your goals. So often we'll hear people that say, oh, I've got a goal. I want to make more money. I want to have more brides. I want to have a growing business. You know what? You've got to quantify it. What does that mean? What's more brides? Like, speak it out loud. If you did maybe 10 weddings last year or 100 weddings last year, you might say, I want 214. Get specific. How many do you want? How soon do you want it? And this becomes almost like your goal sheet where you're looking at it. How close am I? One of the times that I had this big breakthrough and how important it was to have specific numbers, it was when I was producing Big Fat Genesee Wedding. Another show that I did was Cocktails and Veils, but at Big Fat Genesee Wedding, I had a sheet with 50 slots for me to fit 50 vendors at the country club for this bridal show. And I had it all mapped out. I knew my budget. I knew how much was set aside for every single thing, from promoting to venue space to the gifts that you gave the brides that came in and yada. But that number 50 vendors became key. And the last couple of weeks of trying to fill in those slots, like, hey, I just got to get everything wrapped up, looking at that number and then seeing, oh, wait, we've got 37. And then we're at 42. And it wasn't stop at 42. My goal was 50. 50. And I kept every day 50. And that might mean making 100 phone calls that day, reaching out to 100 people that day. But every day I was looking at that sheet. 39, 42, 48, 50. The magic number got there. And knowing that in my mind, that was my target. And I didn't let go of that number. That propelled me to success. It was that one simple, focused number of not getting distracted with all the BS that comes up. And let's face it, if you own your business, there's all kinds of BS that comes up. You got a tech problem, the phone's not working, an invoice didn't go through, a card got canceled, a client changed a thing. Okay, I get it, but still 50. I knew 50. And every day, what did I do? I measured it, I monitored it. And did it drive people crazy? Yeah, that's why I got the comment of all you're looking at is time. You look at, all you talk about is time and money. Heck yeah. Because those were the numbers that would determine, was this event successful? Was I able to serve all those wedding businesses that signed up? Was I able to serve them by promoting the heck out of it? Yeah, I was. Why? Because I had the budget. I had the resources because I hit my goals so I could serve them to the best of my ability. And that one little teeny tiny shift of you knowing every single day, what's your goal? Is it that you want to get more brides? Is it that you want to spend less time working? Define what is your goal and start looking at those numbers daily. But you got to get specific. And ultimately, the measurement of time and money become a determination of how successful your business is. So knowing this, it's going to help you define those lines so that when something's pulling you back, those distractions, you can say, I need 50. And you keep looking at what's that number and hitting it every single day. So one of the other things that so many of us, we just don't think of, because you think that you're just a photographer or a makeup artist or just a venue or just a wedding planner or just a florist. You're not. Each of us has a really unique gift that God gave us. and us understanding what that is and how we can serve our clients to help them with their goal, that becomes our superpower. So, what is your superpower? What is one thing that is so unique about you and your business that it distinguishes you? Tell me in the comments, what's your one thing? What's your superpower? I think for me, it's quality. I always try to exceed my clients' expectations and to really not let up and ever say it's good enough, because it's not good enough until it's perfect. So I would love to know from you, what's your superpower? Is it kindness? Is it personal service? Is it you have superior food? You have impeccable presentation? You're reliable? Define what is your superpower and share that with your clients so that you can help them get to where their goal is. You've got to be willing to do that. One of the other things, too, is creating conversion paths. One of the things that I see that is, it's sad, and I get it, because when I started my business, I took the same approach and it wasted a lot of money and time. But the vanity metrics of how many fans do I have? How many people watch my video? But I got to tell you the truth, I'd rather have 5 clients that are paying clients that I can help that engage in my stuff than 5,000 people that really don't care and they watch it for 5 seconds and I get a scroll and then they scroll through. It's not really about creating a connection. You might get but the bottom line is, are you able to take that fan and then turn that fan into a loyal customer that you can really serve? But if you just, and don't get me wrong, it does help to have different people coming onto your page and liking and engaging. It's important. But the truth is, if you have a marketing strategy that can back you up and connect you with your 10,000 fans without just relying on the algorithm that it may or it may not show your stuff, that's not going to serve you, especially with the climate of the marketing that we're working in. The market that we're working in has changed dramatically and it's going to keep changing. We're going to talk about that. Some simple things that you can do to finally convert these fans and then turn them into clients. And it's possible. It's totally possible. But part of this has to do with coming up with a strategy where it's not just the vanity metrics. It's starting to look at, how do you create a lead magnet? How do you stay in touch with these clients? How do you stay on top of their mind? And it could be things like email, texting. You've experienced it. You're online. You've probably taken a class or two before, right? So if you've done that, look at how can you apply those same kind of principles to your business so that you can stay in touch, because social media is just one puzzle piece out of the big puzzle of success. It's one. Is it lucrative? Yeah, it can be, but it's one piece. So you don't want to put all of your time in there. And if you are putting your time in there, let's figure out, how do we take those people that are online and then convert them to become clients? So, really, one of the things that I've mastered over the past couple of years, and I want to share this with people that later on decide they want to continue with us, is how to take systems and convert your fans into clients without having to get into this super crazy space of chasing brides all the time. Because that can be hard, it can be exhausting. And like I was saying to you before, the cool thing about the wedding industry, a lot of people think, oh, a bride is just a one-time gig. No, let me tell you, let me tell you, I still have clients to this day that reach out. We're having a baby shower now. We're having this, we're having that. And I've changed the direction of my company, so I'm not doing that so much anymore. I'll refer other people, but I still have a couple of, I'll call them VIP clients. And if they call, I'll go run and do what they want. Just you build some of those relationships. But it can be lucrative if you stay in touch with these brides. Their friends are getting married. They're going to have other events. They're going to have banquets and Christmas parties and who knows what, corporate events. And they're going to remember you. Question is, are they going to remember you in a good way? And we want to create something it's straightforward, so you can stop doing it the old way, using outdated websites that if somebody just goes to your site, they show up, there's no path for them to follow. You don't even know if they visited because you didn't give them anything super exciting on your website for them to say, hey, I want you to have my email. So you've got to focus on the right numbers. You got to focus on not the vanity numbers, but how are you staying in touch with these brides? And right now, you guys, wedding season's almost here. Who's ready for wedding season? You know that between Thanksgiving and New Year's, the majority of engagements happen. And what we have available right now is an opportunity to level your business up so that you're capable of not just getting more leads, having a process, having it mapped out in a way that it's seamless. So when the traffic's coming, you're like throwing through it like chicken sandwiches out of Chick-fil-A, right? Madness, flip it. And then you're smiling and you're not stressed out. But you've got to have the plan in place before you bring them in. So are you ready? Are you ready to blow your competition out of the water? Do you want to take this business that you dreamt of to new heights? And maybe even better yet, who wants to say, I don't have to rely strictly on the Facebook algorithm? Who's down with that? I love it. I do. I do. It can be difficult sometimes. We put all this money and time into promoting our audience, and then lo and behold, the mystery algorithm says you get nothing. It's awful. I'm going to show you how to bust that algorithm using organic methods that can help you really create true connection with these brides, and not just like a standard buy my stuff kind of approach. It doesn't work. It's not 1984. They want their commercial back, right? It's more than that. It's about connection, and you have the ability to do it. And in fact, I would say that wedding businesses are probably one of the most fun, sexy, exhilarating businesses because it's vibrant, it's life. Weddings are one of the biggest milestones, and there's so much emotion and love and a lot of things that go into it. And your business is the poster child of that. But are you showcasing that, or are you doing buy my stuff kind of approach? If you want to take your business to another level and you want support from an entrepreneur who has run multiple businesses, who actually understands the foundation of success as a small business owner, it's a different perspective when you've been there versus just in theory. So I get it. I've had those times where it was maybe some weddings were not as busy in a given month, and then you're sweating bullets. "Oh, how am I going to get through this?" I get it. Because you imagine working with somebody who understands those concepts, but also understands what are the resources and tools that are out there now so that you don't have to be nervous, and instead position your business to say, hey, I'm ready to go to this great place and to finally get the support that I need. Because ultimately, your business, it can grow and it can create so many opportunities. And this is where it's beyond buying just an ad. It's beyond just adding another tool. This is really about leveling up your business so that you can create some extraordinary things. So sometimes locking arms with the right people, it can help you really fast pace your whole journey, right? Imagine if you were able to consolidate 3 decades of learning that I've acquired and learn it in just 3 months, and to be able to avoid all of the pitfalls that I went through by learning from my mistakes instead of just learning from your mistake, to finally be able to say, hey, wait a minute. I'm ready for more than just it's good enough. I'm ready to finally get to that place of having my business generating leads. Imagine how that would feel if you didn't have to go through 3 years of learning everything and you could consolidate it into 3 months. Imagine what kind of relief that would bring you. Imagine the financial freedom that you can bring to your family to be able to provide things in a stress-free way and to be able to get back to your business and do what you love. One thing is, as entrepreneurs, so often we're trying to do this work-life balance. It can be so hard. But do you ever feel like you're getting pulled away from your personal life and you will just, okay, it's just business. This goes back to you're going to get what you tolerate, right? Now imagine if instead of saying, I'm going to just tolerate it. I'll just get through. What are you going to tolerate? What are you going to allow? What I want to show you is how you can get to this place where you can get to your goals faster, where you can finally reclaim your personal life. And alongside that, how do you massively increase your income? And I'm here to tell you it is possible to get more leads and to reduce your workload. It is. But part of it's having the right resources and the right mindset so that you really can thrive. You can't do it all on your own and just say, I'm a freaking anomaly. All right, let's see how long that lasts. We've got to think long term. We got to think sustainability. And that comes through having the right systems and tools so that you can thrive. And ultimately, what you've got to do is stop looking at your goals in a dismissive dream. We talked about that just a minute ago. And I'd love to know from you, how often do you just say, okay, Mary Lou needs me to do whatever. I'll put this thing aside. So and so needs this. I'm gonna put this goal aside. Or are you looking at, like I was telling you a minute ago with the bridal show, 50 vendors every day? What's your goal? It doesn't mean that you have to give up everything else in life. It means by having this focused plan and taking the frivolous time that you throw away, scrolling, doing whatever nonsense task, it's taking that away, focusing it where it needs to be focused so you can cut off the clock and then say, now I'm going to enjoy my family. I'm going to be fully present. I'm going to enjoy this moment. And I'm going to tell you the truth, you guys, life is so short. The people that you love, this life that you're creating is precious. But are you treating it as such? Or are you just saying, oh, okay, I'm complacent. I'll just go with it. Do you think that the person that's complacent and just goes with it will get to their goals faster than the person that's looking at, I've got a sheet and I got a strategy and I'm focused? Which one do you think is going to get to their goal? Which one? The first one or the second one? We all know. We all know. It doesn't mean you have to be a madman and get crazy. So what did Shayna write? Whoops. I dropped you too many hearts on the group. So she got flagged. Yeah, it's that algorithm, right? Thanks, Shayna, for dropping me hearts. I appreciate you. And Joanne wrote, I have so many unfinished projects and goals. And it can happen. One of the first steps is identifying it. What are the goals that you have? What's unfinished? What's the number one thing that you got to work on? And going back to that, being ultra specific and knocking it out one at a time, one at a time. You can't do everything at once, but you can take one little step at a time. What's that saying? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Same thing. And it can feel overwhelming, but when you have the right support, you can take that overwhelm, that fear, that negativity, and you can toss it to the side so that you can really start to become focused and know how to prioritize, how to say, whoop, that stuff doesn't matter, but this stuff does, right? It's detrimental. So getting back into that, we know our mindset is powerful and it can be the option of saying maybe one day, or to say, I'm not going to be dismissive. This is my dream. Could you imagine if you did that with a lot of things in life, like chasing the love of your life? If it happens, you don't pick up the phone, you don't call, you don't do sweet nothings. You've got to put energy, intention, and then to pull back into things that you want in your life. And I'm here to tell you it's possible. This one little shift can make massive difference in being able to really build your momentum. So when you get ultra clear on your goals and you have the support and the tools, the bottom line is you're going to smash your goals. But this comes down to you saying, what am I going to tolerate? Are you going to stop letting another month pass thinking, oh, maybe I'll dig in later. Maybe I'll commit later. Maybe I'll get a game plan later. Oh, maybe later. Guess what? The maybe laters are not going to serve you. They're not. It's not going to help you pay your bill. It's not going to help you build your business. It's not going to help you feel like empowered of, I did it. You know how exciting it is when you have a goal and you freaking hit it versus imagine like blowing it out of the water. I remember the first time that I had put a goal in my business and I said, I wanted to do, it was multiple six figures and I had a goal. I wanted to do it under 6 months. I did it in 5. How? I'm telling you what, I was focused. I was determined. I had a plan and I was persistent. If you're persistent with anything, you're going to win. But especially if you're persistent and then you back it up, system, strategy, support, it's out of this world. But it's up to you. Or do you say, it's good enough for now, maybe later? Then maybe later is not going to be your ticket to get where you're trying to go. So one of the things that I want to talk to you about is an offer to be able to come and work with me. And I'm going to show you, you saw the little slide there in a minute, a package that's worth over $7,500. But I have something special for you guys today that I've never done before. And we're going to dig into that in just a minute here. But I want to show you how having the right support, having the right resources can help you really level up. This special marketing package that we have is valued over $7,500. And today we have an offer for just, I got something even better. You guys don't want to miss this. I really want to be able to help you go to this next level. Sometimes you need a little motivation. And I like motivating people. I've got a couple bonuses that I've never offered before, but I really want to be able to help people in the wedding industry to level up in an extraordinary way and to reduce your stress and get to that happy, sweet spot. I want to show you guys this pretty little website that I have for you. Is an opportunity to come work with me and to let me help you get beyond outdated tech. Let's not let that be a reason why brides can't work with you. Let me show you how you can get quality leads, reduce your workload, and actually have support to help you along that journey to success. And if you are one of those people where you want to position your business for success, there's an opportunity for you to do this tonight. I have a special promo that is only going to run till tomorrow midnight. So you're going to want to check this out. But this is what we have, is an opportunity for you to be able to connect with quality bridal leads using a powerful strategy from an event pro with 3 decades of experience. This isn't just focused on throw you in an ad with all your competition. Oh, no, that wouldn't be right. That wouldn't be my style. I'm going to show you how to level up and take your level of expertise to extraordinary levels. So this package that we're offering, it includes so many incredible things, including your own customized lead magnet, including a digital wedding planner, which your brides are going to love, whether you want to use it as a gift for existing clients or you want to use it as a lead magnet at your bridal shows or your online presence. You're going to have this high quality, beautiful lead magnet that the brides are going to love. And they're actually going to even say, can my friend have one? We're going to create all of these assets so that you can plug and play without wasting time spinning your wheels and marketing when you want to focus on your niche, whether it's photography or your great catering food or your fabulous venue or those beautiful flowers like Lysianthus. I love those flowers, so pretty. I want to show you how to take advantage of this package so that it works for you. So we've included, check this out, a funnel template that you can use to collect those emails, distribute out that lead magnet. We're including the email sequence that you're going to use to stay in touch with those brides. We've got Canva templates for you to be able to promote your product or services to a bride. And on top of it, we're gonna dig into some awesome trainings that are in the library video vault, including leveling up your online marketing. You're going to get this for free. You're also going to get the art of live events. I'm going to show you how to use video so that you can connect with even more brides. And then even this one, this is super cool. We're going to be doing a special training on Wedding Showcase, how to win big at bridal shows and events. Let me show you how you can stand out from the competition and just crush it this year. But even more importantly than that, you're going to get access to a proven blueprint that I have used to generate multiple six figures for my business. And on top of it, you're going to get group coaching. This is live coaching so that you're not just watching the videos. Every week that you have a question, you can hop in to find out, what are solutions to obstacles that you're facing and never getting caught in a rut and staying there. I don't want that for you. Time is short. We've got 3 months and these brides are coming. We're going to level you up to a place where you've got everything that you need to be able to be successful. But on top of that, because I know that each business it's unique. Like we all have our own issues and, a photographer might have a different issue that he's facing versus a caterer, or a venue might have a different issue too. So in this package, I've created 3 monthly private coaching sessions that you're going to get with me. And we're going to dive into actionable steps. I'm going to show you, okay, this is where your business is at. These are things that you need to do or to consider doing to get to this next level. I'm going to show you how. $7,500 and the retail price today is $29.99. But I got something good for you because I love you guys. And Fabulous Shayna was telling me, spice it up, Liz, spice it up. Aren't you, Shayna? So what I have for you for fast action takers, check this out, is if you sign up by midnight tomorrow, you're going to get 3 bonuses. And they're pretty lucrative. Bonus number 1 is going to be an opportunity for me to come hang out with you and check out your website to make sure, is it optimized? Are you doing an outdated website? Are you using funnels? Are you using social media to help you convert? Or are you just trying to grow your numbers? I'm going to show you things you can do with what you already have existing so that you can turn those fans into incredibly happy clients. Bonus number 2, as I said, you get the 3 months of group coaching, and it's going to help you continue to grow your business with marketing strategies, because some brides are going to sign up right away. Some of them are going to take a little bit more time. I'm going to show you the long haul game and the short haul marketing game. Bonus number 3, if you sign up by tomorrow midnight, you're going to get another $1,000 off the program. $1,000 off. So that means for just $19.99, you're literally going to have access to all the tools that you need to be able to really level up your business. And that it ends tomorrow, midnight. So the whole question is, why would you wait? Why would you say, oh, let me just wait a little longer and see what I can do here? Where's your business going to be next month if you wait? Where's your business going to be when all those brides are storming in all the businesses January 2nd? Where are you going to be? Are you going to say, I've got everything I need. Let's go. I've got my number I'm focused on. I've got my blueprint. I've got my tools. Let's go. I want to show you how to get there. But you've got to be willing to say, hey, I'm going to do this. Facebook user said, I'm in my car on my way home for a 5-day hospital stint, one step at a time for my recovery. Well, I hope you feel better. It does get hard too once you're in the hospital. And actually, this is actually a really good point. And I didn't intentionally pull up that comment. But the one thing that I've learned as an entrepreneur is hiccups happen in life. During the time that I was running this business, my husband got sick. He needed long-term health care. And then eventually he had to go into a nursing home and eventually he passed away. Now, this was 8 years ago. I've healed a lot, I'm still healing from it. But having systems like what I'm going to show you can help you still run your business, even when there is a life emergency. Somebody gets sick, you get sick, an emergency happens. You've got to go to soccer camp for a week, but you don't want your business to shut down. I'm going to show you ways to keep that conversation going, to keep growing and flowing your business, even when there is a hiccup. Because the bottom line, even when there's a hiccup, guess what? You still have bills you have to pay. You still have responsibilities that you have to step into, right? And having a proven blueprint and a system that can help you get there is going to help eliminate some of the headaches, some of the frustration, because life it can be a roller coaster, but having things in place will make it when things are chaotic to still be calm and manageable and to keep flowing. It's about being responsible. It's about being proactive. It's about saying it's time for your business to step into the leadership role instead of just saying, it's good enough. It's good enough. Are you ready? Do you want more clients this year? Do you want more clients this year? In the comments, write more clients. Let me know you want more clients. And it can be a lot of fun looking for those clients, especially when you have the right support. But this comes down to you saying, I'm getting off of this spinning wheel. I'm going to create a plan and I'm going to shift into a mindset and an environment so that I can have support, so that I can flourish. And I'm not just running and not able to get to where you want. So having these resources and this little bit of knowledge, it's going to help you win big this year. It's going to help you to love on your business. It's going to help you to be more loving even to yourself. I want you to be successful, but there's some things that you've got to do. And it includes trying to move beyond just having more fans or views. That's not the final step that's going to get you to sales. You've got to say, I'm willing to jump in for success. I'm willing to do what it takes for my business to have the marketing support that it needs to be able to win big and not try to carry all the weight myself. The Kudos Wedding Group, and actually what we're calling the program is the Accelerator Kudos Wedding Planner. It's all about business owners who want to level up their marketing and to do breakthroughs by using updated technology and having support without having to feel like you're lost, frustrated, overwhelmed. And as I was saying to you before, the things that we really dig into on this particular program, it's going to include being able to have a lead magnet, to have these templates available for your creating your funnel, for creating your email sequences, for doing all of your social media promotions, along with videos that are going to show you step by step. How do you level up your marketing? How can you use live events to connect with more couples searching for their special vendor? And again, the wedding showcase. How can you win big at wedding shows? How can you stand out from all the vendors that are there so the couples say, that's the guy I want to work with? Right there. That's him. But you got to know these tips. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm going to show you how to do it with the right support, personal, and then even from like a group standpoint. And I think that's probably one of the things that's a little bit unique about working with me, with my agency. I'm not just selling you an ad like a lot of the big box corporate magazine places where you pay $240 a month and you're throwing in a box with all your competition and they're benefiting from the pixel that they're running off of the ad that you're paying for them every month. And then they send you, oh, here's a lead. I want to show you how to take back the reign. I want to show you how to build a powerful marketing strategy so you're on top of the bride's mind. I want to show you how to retarget them. I want you to know where those brides coming in from so you know what advertising dollars worked and which ones didn't. I want you to have tools so when these brides are coming in, they're coming in on autopilot. Do you do any bridal shows? Do you find yourself with a stack of like little pieces of paper they filled out to win a prize? Are you doing innovative things that they can register online? And then later on have a bride get an email, hey, thanks so much for signing up. Guess what? You get $50 off if you book now. And maybe your incentive isn't a discount. Maybe it's you get a special picture frame. You get a preserved bridal bouquet. What are you doing that's unique? What are you going to do to stand out? Don't just let all those emails sit in a fishbowl. Let's show you how to connect and create those relationships. There's only so much you can say in so many minutes when you have hundreds of people coming in those bridal shows. I'm going to show you how do you keep the conversation going? How do you keep things flowing? And it comes down to, hey, I'm not willing to tolerate it's good enough. I want to level up. And if you want to really move into this pro space, you got to get back to why you started this business in the first place. Let's ditch the tech overwhelm. Let's ditch the frustration. And let's get to that spot where you say, my business, it's set up right. I feel comfortable. I've got the resources I need to be able to win and serve my clients. And along the way, being able to reduce your workload, having technology that actually works for you instead of you having to work all over your technology. Imagine how the client experience will feel. They're going to feel like, dang, they really knew me. They really followed up. They really cared. We're going to show you how to do that without it breaking your mindset into, I can't go any further. I want you to get back to that place of being able to experience financial freedom, to be able to say, hey, I have time to go for a walk with my loved one. I get to go hang out with my kids at the football game party afterwards and enjoy because you've earned that time. You did the work instead of getting distracted all the time. And then when you got to put the work in, you don't know where your time went. You don't know where your focus went. We want you to be concentrated on the things that do matter so that you can do things like this and fully live a life that's freedom and full of joy. But that comes down to you saying, hey, I'm ready to start living fully again. I love my business. I love my job, but I'm making this tech work for me. I'm going to make AI do things so I cut my workload in half. And this is one of the things too, like some of you might think, oh gosh, not another course. I can't do it. I don't have time. I don't have time. This program, it's going to save you time. If you invest a little bit of time up front with yourself, the results you're going to find every single week are going to blow your mind. You're going to be dumbfounded by how much you accomplish and saying, how did I do that fast? It's because we're going to give you this blueprint, these strategies, these tools to help you stay on track and not get sidetracked. And this whole program, it's focused on you, but being able to do it in little incremental spots. So if this is something that it sounds like you may possibly, potentially be interested in, I want to encourage you to go over to kudosweddingplanner.com/grow. I'm going to show you how to grow your business and do it in a way that is stress-free, but practical. Before midnight, go take advantage of that bonus $1,000 off. Take advantage of, I'm going to personally go look at your website, all of your social media handles. I'm going to show you different things that you may have not thought of so that you can use those to run like a funnel, to be effective. And it doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes it's just a couple little tweaks that can make a big difference. I'm personally going to go in and look at these components of your business and provide feedback in real time, along with an action plan of, hey, these are things that we need to do to be able to level up. So are you ready to jump in, not get tossed in one of those situations of a third party coming over and saying, oh, Liz sold it to you, and now I'm here? No. I want you to claim this space and let me help you win big in your business. Let me show you how you can create opportunities maybe you didn't even think of. Are you ready to get out there? Are you ready to finally start creating that life that you wanted when you first started your business? Are you ready to get back to that spot that you love your business again and it's not just a burden? I do want you to know I am super grateful for you coming out and spending your time with me. I think our time is one of our most precious assets. And being able to take the last hour and a half from you out of your day, I'm really grateful. I hope that you picked out something from this time that you can apply to your business, whether it's about mindset or about the way you look at finance and time, the way that you look at outside opinions versus knowing your own truth, the way that you look at how do you schedule your business. There's a lot of simple little things you can do just when you have the right tools and the right support. And that's what I'm trying to share with you today is a new opportunity to create something that's wonderful. And then Shayna wrote, let me move this up here in case you do want to go register. Shayna wrote, oh, I'm very picky who I choose to learn from and do all of Liz's online events for a long time. She's absolutely amazing and can help expedite your journey. Thank you, Shayna. I appreciate that. Shayna is actually one of my clients, and she specializes in holistic healing. She's a nurse practitioner from New York, and we've been working together for quite a while. But that's the kind of stuff that warms my heart because I really enjoy helping my clients win. It's not just about getting another person to a program. This is about creating these little micro niche communities where I can help people like you level up. If you have any questions, feel free to direct message me. Maybe before you book, you want to set up a time and we can hop on a quick 15-minute discovery call. Sometimes we've just got to get around other people that have some wisdom or insight that can help. There's a philosophy that says you're really a reflection of the 5 people that you hang around most. And what I can tell you is when you come into my space, you're going to learn a lot, things that you never even thought of. Even if you've been doing events for a long time. When you come into my space, you're going to get exposed to ideas that are unique. Maybe being able to save you time, save you frustration, and be able to think in bigger ways that you never even thought of. But that comes back because my expertise, it's in events and it's in marketing. And I'm going to tell you the truth, I'm good at it. I'm very good at events. Let me show you how you can take all these strategies and apply it to your business without having to do 30 years of accumulating it like I did. Learn from my mistakes. Why repurpose learning a mistake I already learned? Let me show you how to avoid it. Let me show you how to avoid those pitfalls so that you can get to the sweet spot in your business and say, I like it. I'm proud. Now I can really serve my clients. And that's when it feels so good. When you have a business that's profitable and you're serving your clients and it's this double boom, Rocky Balboa in the ring. Yeah, it feels so good. Go check out Kudos Wedding Planner. Whoa, Kudos Wedding Planner.com/grow and come take advantage of this unique opportunity. So again, thank you guys all so much for coming out. Chef Leroy, after my heart, my targets are wedding associations and their memberships. Yeah. And there's a lot of them. So you got to get out there. And yeah, Sheena, it is. It's an incredible package for the people that do the fast action. If you sign up by midnight, getting an extra $1,000 off. You're going to get a personalized review of your website, all of your social media. You're going to have an additional 3 months of group coaching. Everything is focused on what you need to be able to drive success. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, or if you have any questions, feel free to drop your questions in the comments. I'll come back. I always read the comments afterwards because I feel like if they took the time to type it, I want to take the time to read it. So yeah, if you watch on the replay, if you have any questions, feel free to direct message me or to drop a comment in this live stream and I will get back to you. But I just want to say thank you again and go enjoy that wedding season. It's so much fun. I think weddings are probably one of the most magical times. It's such it's exciting time. The groom's excited, the bride's excited, their family's excited. And yeah, can there be drama? Yeah, whatever. But most of it's not. Most of it's about celebrating love. And you get to be the business that helps them do their love story. How freaking cool is that? I don't know if it gets any better than that. I like it. If you are ready, go on over to www.kudosweddingplanner.com/grow. Let's finally get rid of that outdated technology. Let's get to that spot where brides can find you. You get quality leads, you reduce your workload, and you actually get the support that you need to be able to win. All right, you guys, it's all that I have for you today. And I just want to thank you again for coming on out. Chef Leroy, Shayna, getting pricing together. That's cool. Get it, Chef. Yeah, and Perry, Jenny, just so many of you. Thank you guys for coming out. But in the meantime, make sure that you're doing things to take care of yourself, including if you have to adjust that mindset to focus on those 2 numbers. What are the 2 numbers? Money and time. You're worth it. Don't feel guilty. You have one life to live. Measure it wisely on those metrics with your business so that you can get to the sweetness of just pure joy in your personal life. All right. In the meantime, you guys, be good, be happy, and most definitely be blessed. Thanks, guys. Take care. Bye.